Let's take up the first main. Fill in the blanks. First question. The Eastern Highlands comprises of dash and dash. The answer is Guyana Highlands and Brazilian Highlands. Second, all countries of South America have coastal lines except dash and dash. The answer is Bolivia and Paraguay. Paraguay. Third, the largest country of South America is Brazil. Next, the land link between South America and North America is dash. The answer is Isthmus of Panama. Next, Andes has rich minerals like dash and dash. The answer is copper and tin. The smallest country of South America is dash. The answer is French Guiana. The highest peak in the Argentina-Chile border is dash. The answer is Mount Aconcagua. Aconcagua. Let us now take up the second main. Answer the following. First question. List the major physical divisions of South America. Answer. The major physical divisions of the continent are the Andes Mountains, the Eastern Highlands, the Central Lowlands, and the Western Coastal Plains. Second question. Name the world's highest waterfall. Answer. The world's highest waterfall is the Angel Falls in the Guiana Shield. Third question. Name the longest mountain chain in the world along the Pacific coast. Answer. The longest mountain range in the world along the Pacific coast is the Andes mountain range. The last question. Why are the natives of South American continent called Red Indians? Answer. When Christopher Columbus reached the continent around 1498 AD, he mistook it to be India and called brown-colored natives as the Red Indians. So with that, we complete the second main. Let us now take up the map work. I am sure you're all well versed with the map work now. Let us quickly check the answers. First one, I have marked number 1 and it is also encircled in red. So it is nothing but the Isthmus of Panama, which connects the two continents, North America and South America. Second one, in the last session, I had told you that you are not going to mention the highland here, but the country. Correct? So this is the largest country. It is nothing but Brazil. Third and fourth. Third one is Bolivia and fourth is Paraguay. So Bolivia and Paraguay are the two landlocked countries, as they are not situated towards the coastal line, but then they are in between the other countries. So they are landlocked countries. Fifth one is the Pacific Ocean. Sixth is Mount Aconcagua. Aconcagua. So when you mention the mountain over there, you're not going to mention the entire range. Okay? You will just mention only the mountain that is asked. Next, the seventh one is French Guiana. This is the smallest country in South America. Let us quickly summarize that. First one is Isthmus of Panama. Number 2 is Brazil. Number 3, Bolivia. Number 4, Paraguay. Number 5, Pacific Ocean. Number 6, Mount Aconcagua. Number 7 is French Guiana. So with that, we complete answering the assignment questions. We will now start today's class. Let us continue. South America, the land of Andes. Let us now learn about the central lowlands. The central lowlands lie between the Andes Mountains and the Eastern Highlands. These consist of large river basins. They are the Amazon, the Orinoco, and the La Plata River. The Amazon basin is the most notable and the largest among them. The Orinoco River forms the plain land in the northern part, which is separated by the Guiana Highlands from the Amazon basin. You know where the Amazon basin is, and to the right you have your highlands. Okay? And the Guiana Highlands is a little above to the Amazon basin. Right is the Brazilian Highlands. The Gran Chaco is a vast lowland of alluvium area found on the east of Andes, and it is famous for grazing in south central parts of South America. What is an alluvial plain area? An alluvial plain is a largely flat landform created by the deposition of sediment over a long period of time by one or more rivers coming from the highland regions. So we have the Brazilian Highlands and the Guiana Highlands here, from which the alluvial soil is formed. The West Coastal Plains. They are narrow plains found between the Pacific Ocean and the Andes mountain range. The west coast is almost devoid of coastal plains except in patches. A coastal plain is an area of low, flat land next to a sea coast. South American coastal plains are found on the northeastern coast of Brazil on the Atlantic Ocean and the western Pacific coast of Peru and Chile. You can see this on the map. I have used an arrow mark to show that. The coastal plains of the northeastern Brazil are extremely dry. Narrow coastal plains are found in central Chile and Colombia along the west coast. The coastal line is broken and many big cities lie in the coastal plains. There are many islands in the southern part like the Falkland, Hornos, etc. and Galapagos lies in northwest of South America. Let us now learn about the climate of South America. So South America has a wide variety of climate. The equator passes through the northern part of the continent and Tropic of Capricorn passes through the southern part of the continent. So the land mass within these two latitudes falls in the tropical zone. The broader part in the north is under the influence of tropical climate. Hence, the climate here is hot and wet. The Amazon basin experiences hot and wet equatorial climate due to the presence of the equator. The region experiences convectional rainfall almost every day. So what is convectional rainfall? Convectional rainfall is also called 4 o'clock rain. So this occurs as a result of high rate of evaporation. Then condensation takes place and you experience rain. At midday, when the sun is at the highest position, the temperatures rise at the equator. This increases the evaporation rate, and this causes convectional rainfall. So, the region experiences convectional rainfall almost every day. Heavy rainfall favors dense forest in this region. The Amazon basin has thick forest which is the home of the flora and fauna. Flora and fauna is nothing but the plant and animal life there. Okay, so let me just begin the statement there. The Amazon basin has thick forest which is the home of flora and fauna, plants and animals. Reptiles, birds and monkeys are common in this belt. The Andes mountain ranges run almost the entire length of the western margins of the continent. Onshore winds bring the rain to the windward side. Now, what are onshore winds? A sea breeze or an onshore breeze is any wind that blows from a large body of water onto a landmass. So it develops due to differences in air pressure that is created by the heating capacities of the water and the dry land. Okay, so the onshore winds bring the rain to the windward side, while the east of the Andes gets low rainfall. Ocean currents also influence the climate of the continent. You can see I have tried to mark the ocean currents here. Warm Brazilian current moves along the eastern coast. Before we learn about the movement, let us learn what an ocean current is. So the term current describes the motion of the ocean here. So the ocean currents are driven by wind, water, density and tides. Ocean currents describe the movement of water from one location to another. So when you look into the map here, you have the Brazil current. So the warm Brazilian current move along the eastern coast. Now I am sure you know what is west and east, right? So you can see the arrow mark also. So warm Brazilian current move along the eastern coast and it causes rainfall, while the cold Peruvian current reduces the temperature in the western coast and it keeps it dry. Therefore, the northern Chile and parts of southern Peru have hot Atacama desert type of climate. When you take the western part of the Andes and the southernmost region of the Chile, it receives even rainfall throughout the year. and it is maximum in winters. This region has oceanic climate. So what is an oceanic climate? An oceanic climate is also known as a marine climate. So it has cool or mild winters and does not have dry or hot summers. Most places with this type of climate have weather that changes very frequently. And the Atacama Desert is the driest area on the earth because there is no rainfall for the last 200 years. South America is called a hollow continent because the population in South America is mainly concentrated in the coastal areas, but the central continent is less concentrated. That is, there is very less population there. So South America is called a hollow continent. Okay. We will learn about the rivers and lakes of South America, but then this will not be included for your exam. This is just for your information because the names of these rivers are important. I just want you to know them. So hence, I am just going to familiarize the names to you. That's all. Okay, this is not included for your exam. So the Amazon, Parana, Paraguay, Uruguay and the Orinoco are the important river systems of South America. The Amazon River, which rises in the Andes, is the longest in South America and the largest river in the world. The Orinoco is another important river system. The combined river system of Parana, Paraguay and Uruguay is called La Plata. Then Lake Titicaca, which is in Bolivia, is the highest lake in the world and it is the largest lake of South America. Next is the natural vegetation in South America. This is same as rivers and lakes. It is not included for your exam. I have just mentioned the names of all the vegetation there. That's it. You can just get familiar with this. That is enough. You will learn about it in detail in your higher classes. So you will just know the names. This is not included for your exam. Okay. So natural vegetation in South America, equatorial region, selvas are the largest rainforests in the world. Anaconda is one of the world's largest snakes. Armadillo is a giant anteater found here. Next is the tropical grasslands, tropical deciduous forest, tropical desert, the Mediterranean region, the temperate grasslands, the temperate desert and the mountain climate. Let's repeat the natural vegetation in South America. Equatorial region, tropical grasslands, tropical deciduous forests, tropical desert, the Mediterranean region, the temperate grasslands, temperate desert and the mountain climate. You can find all of this on the map to your right. These are the major grasslands of the continent. Llanos in the Orinoco River Basin, Pampas in the Brazilian highlands and the Pampas of Argentina temperate grasslands. Okay. We will now get to know the fun facts about South America. The Panama Canal is the major ocean route between North America and South America. Ecuador is a country named after Equator. Ecuador is a country named after the equator. Argentina and Brazil are famous for soccer game. Brazil held Olympic meet in 2016. Venezuela is famous for Angel Falls and petroleum. Important points to remember. The central lowlands lie between the Andes Mountains and the Eastern Highlands. These consist of large river basins. They are the Amazon, the Orinoco, and La Plata River Basin. The Amazon Basin is the most notable and largest among them. The Orinoco River forms the plain land in the northern part, which is separated by the Guiana Highlands from the Amazon Basin. The west coastal plains, they are narrow plains found between the Pacific Ocean and the Andes mountain range. The west coast is almost devoid of coastal plains except in patches, because the Andes mountains rise steeply from the coast. Narrow coastal plains are found in central Chile and Colombia along the west coast. The coastal line is broken. Many big cities lie in the coastal plains. There are many islands in the southern part, like the Falkland, Hornos, etc. Galapagos lies in the northwest of South America. Next is climate. The equator passes through the northern part of the continent and Tropic of Capricorn passes through the southern part. The land mass within the two latitudes falls in the tropical zone. The broader part is the north, which is under the influence of the tropical climate. Hence, the climate here is hot and wet. The Amazon basin experiences hot and wet equatorial climate due to the presence of the equator. The regions experience convectional rainfall almost every day. Heavy rainfall favors dense forest in this region. The Amazon basin has thick forest, which is the home of flora and fauna. Reptiles, birds and monkeys are common in this belt. South America is a hollow continent. The population of South America is mainly concentrated in the coastal areas. But the central continent is less concentrated, so it is called a hollow continent. Let us now begin with the assignment. First main, fill in the blanks. Argentina and Brazil are famous for dash. The driest area on earth is dash. And the last one is the major ocean route between North America and South America is dash. Second main, answer the following. First one, why is South America called a hollow continent? Second question, why does Amazon basin experience hot and wet climate? Third, name the two imaginary lines that passes through this continent. With this, we complete South America, the land of Andes.